If you're interested in smoking all that high THC weed that's causing psychosis and schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and if you lose sleep at the thought that third trimester abortions aren't happening, then leftists in Florida have a few ballot initiatives just for you. Amendments 3 and 4 are on the ballot November 5th. And Amendment 3 legalizes recreational marijuana because that's worked out so well in other areas of the country. And Amendment 4 makes abortion a constitutional right, effectively making it impossible to add any regulations of the procedure at all. Joining us now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Governor, wonderful as always to see you tonight. Now, just as we're learning about the severe mental and physical effects of marijuana use, big money poured into your state for this Amendment 3. What can you tell us tonight?
Well, Amendment 3 is being bankrolled by one big weed company that's traded on the Canadian Stock Exchange. They have poured over $100 million into passing this Amendment 3. They're not doing that because they care about the best interests of Florida. They're doing it because they want to make profits. And people say it's the legalization of recreational weed. That's partially true. They're saying you have a right to possess and smoke it, but only if you buy it from them, because they're actually setting up a cartel in the Constitution of Florida. So if you want to grow your own marijuana, that is not in the amendment. They also have nothing in here that would allow any type of limitation on public use. So you look at places like Colorado, people see weed everywhere. Colorado actually has prohibitions against using it in public. Here, there is nothing in there. They're saying you have a right to use it with no limitations. So whatever negative has happened in Colorado, I think this particular amendment, the way it's written, I think the problems would be much more significant in Florida as a result of Amendment 3.
Yeah, so everyone has to vote no on that. I've been on this from day one. And the New York Times, of all places, just published a piece in the last few weeks about the dangers of marijuana use. As America's marijuana use grows, so do the harms. The accumulating harm is broader and more severe than previously reported. Again and again, the New York Times found dangerous misconceptions. Many users believe, for instance, that people cannot become addicted to cannabis, but millions do. It went on to talk about those over the age of from 18 to 25, the most damage done to them, Governor, in terms of mental effects of marijuana use because of the high THC levels. I mean, this is just a disaster. It's the last thing our young people need, or frankly, any Americans need, given the experience in other states.
Well, exactly, Laura. I mean, when Colorado did it, it was kind of an issue of first impression. They claimed it would be no black market, big tax revenue, safe and effective, and none of that happened. So now Florida's looking at those results, and it's not just the 18 to 21. There's actually a great commercial running now against Amendment 3 with an ER doctor from California. And what she says is she sees very young kids coming in because they package it like candy. So you think it's Sour Patch Kids, but it's really marijuana. So the experiment has failed. This is not something that's appropriate to put into a constitution. And I think you're right that the no vote on Amendment 3 is what's in the best interest of the state of Florida. We don't want to become California through the back door.
Or New York.
You write some very deceptive amendment summary. You don't even put everything that's going to be in it when it's on the ballot, so voters don't get the full picture. And then you sink $100 million in, and voila, you get to ensconce yourself in the Constitution of a state as this big weed cartel. That is bad government. Even if you like marijuana, this is not the appropriate vehicle for it.
And Governor, the issue of abortion, obviously, it's pretty much all Kamala Harris has to run on with no record or a disastrous record. And so the left wants to constitutionalize the right to abortion, try to nationalize the issue. How do you think this is going to play out?
Well, as people find out about how this Amendment 4 is written, the support goes down dramatically. You're seeing that. It is basically a proposal of abortion all the way up until birth for virtually any reason. It eliminates parental consent for minors. So in Florida, if you want to prescribe a minor Tylenol, you got to get a parent consent. But somehow they're going to take abortion out of that, and a parent will not be able to have the decision about their own child. But then something that's probably more radical than even what California's done. They replace the requirement that a physician be the one performing an abortion with the term health care provider. Well, Laura, as you and I know, a healthcare provider is not the same as a licensed physician. So you will actually have very dangerous situations where non-licensed physicians are green lighting and performing late-term abortions. This is an easy no. It should not be in the state constitution, and it would have really negative impacts in the state of Florida.
Florida's got to do the right thing. No on Amendments 3 and 4. Governor, thank you for your leadership on this and during the hurricane as well. We appreciate you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.